Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another episode of the Daily Crypto News. If you guys are enjoying the videos, I would really appreciate it if y'all could press the like button and subscribe to show your support for the channel. I appreciate it all a ton, it really helps out, and since I'm trying to hit 50,000 subs by the end of the year, this little push, it can mean the world to me guys, and thank you all a lot. First of all, from XRP Jackson, also known as Chainsaw Jackson, Yeehaw! Money Match collabs with Ripple to break up the Malaysian remittance monopoly with, of course, RippleNet. Malaysian-based fintech Money Match, a global remittance platform, has zeroed in on servicing SMEs and individual cross-border money transfer needs. Now, I actually have heard about this Money Match Ripple partnership for, I think, a couple of years, but right now what I heard is that they've also said out loud that Ripple has reduced their cost by 40% or so, and actually allowing them to get a lot more partnerships in, a lot more, places, a lot more possibilities in, which has just mean the world to them, and thus that's why it's getting popular right now, because all the feedback we've been hearing from RippleNet has just been extremely good. Stephen Bull from the Deep Son says, Dexta hybrid centralized decentralized exchange powered by the XRP ledger. Stocks, fiat currencies, vehicles, commodities, gifts, cards, derivatives, real estate, ships, artwork, and more will be tokenized on the XRP ledger. Solution: Dexta hybrid centralized decentralized exchange. Dexta is a hybrid centralized decentralized exchange powered by the XRP ledger's native decentralized exchange, XRP LDEX, with the vision of tokenizing and facilitating digital exchange of every asset of value in the world in real time, thereby globally enabling the Internet of Everything, or I guess the IOE. It could be a different different name as well. I always think of it of the Internet of Everything, but maybe it's actually a different abbreviation. Could be. The IOE can be made possible by tokenizing every asset as an XRPL token on the XRP ledger and pairing each asset against Dextra's native utility token DXDA and facilitating the exchange of such tokens on the XRP LDEX. Example of assets that will be made available on Dexta. And there's a big question of whether or not you should support this or like this, because again, we're talking about a different currency, or I guess a different token. Yeah, that's all up to you, but it's another, I guess, something based on XRP. I thought you guys might like that and enjoy it. Analyst says this textbook bottom could send price 100 times higher for XRP. I've grown a little bit more wary of articles like this just because saw a lot of you guys did not like it. So XRP really hasn't done too well over the past few months. Case in point, crypto data provider Masari indicates that XRP was the worst performing coin in Q1 of the top 25 assets in its currency sector. I just bit my tongue, which excludes Bitcoin. This means that XRP underperformed Bitcoin Cash and a lot of the other coins over the course of the first quarter of the year, though. Right. It could, however, reverse soon. And this is again talk about Credible Crypto and his idea of the price reversing. We went into it a little bit. But also Luke Martin says, I don't know how and I don't know why, but this is what I expect for. Well, it's a theory, right? So he's just drawn out a couple of, I guess, resistances that we've hit before, and actually one support, which might be a new resistance. And we might be testing this one, as it's not from even that long ago. It's from the middle of February, if I can quickly see it. Yeah, I think this was just the high of February, in mid of February. And he's drawn that as a resistance. We're most likely at one point in the future, we don't know exactly when, going to be testing it right now, as we can't really get through this bottom support of all the way back in September. That's the support we've hit. We didn't cross it, and thus we might be retesting this area again. I guess there's a new support right here, as it was, support right here. Even one can be drawn right there. We might be hitting that support again. And eventually we'll test it. If we breach through, his second target is right there. We can just briefly zoom in a little bit, actually. 61.8%, 78.6%, and his ultimate goal, it's against Satoshi though, so it's a little bit more difficult to say exactly how much dollar that is, but it's 37.51 Satoshi, and UDU on that one. it's a pretty big point, and I think there's a couple more macro things that need to occur for us to switch over this one specifically. But we'll try eventually, and if Bitcoin is set for it, if Bitcoin is ready, it will happen. There's no shorter term thing here. There's no, I guess, easy way to check it all out. Maybe we're already there. Frick if I know. We can check out Bitcoin if you guys want, but it will happen eventually. And that's the fun part about these cryptos. If you're long on any coin, you know eventually those prices will come anyway. It's just a matter of having enough patience to get to it. Because I know for a fact XRP will get to $1, Bitcoin will get to 10K, Ethereum will get to $1,000 and whatnot. You know, Bitcoin will even go to 15,000 again. It's just a matter of time. You know, it's just a waiting game, and I'm prepared to wait it out. If it doesn't happen, well, that's, I guess I've estimated everything wrong, and I'm going to take the fall for it. But yeah, I'm really quite convinced. I've definitely put more money than I should if I wasn't convinced for it. Back to the grind, Buybox Europe's new move on XRP. As months, this is a really weirdly written article, but I think it might be a little bit of an advertisement in some sense because it's a guest author, which you don't normally see too often. But all right. Well, yeah, XRP got included on the Buybox. Don't want to give it too much attention just because it kind of looks a little bit odd. I don't know. I don't really, I've never, I think, seen a guest author write something, but okay. Buybox Europe believes that XRP has the potential to revolutionize the global fintech space, and the incredible adoption of the digital asset could promote XRP among European community users, and even drastically improve cross-border transactions with instant settlement. Ripple news today, XRP liquidity index surges following news about expansion of money match and fight against those things. Well, yeah, I mean, the liquidity has been increasing quite heavily over a long time. However, and I think I have one of those articles left as well. Here, XRP's dismal 2020 continues as token overtaken by Link. Now, at first, I was quite frightened when I read this because I thought, you know, XRP was bought by Link, or XRP, you know, got a place lower, or Link surged to the top. But no, it's actually not as bad as I thought it was. According to crypto analytics firm Masari, XRP was the worst performing coin, and where was it now? XRP was also overtaken in volume earlier this week by up-and-coming cryptocurrency Chainlink, and it even came close to losing its number 3 spot against Tether. But again, Tether I think will eventually catch up with XRP anyway. It's a matter of time. Is XRP destined to be in the top 10? Yes, so. Yes, sir. It will most likely get back to second spot as well at one point in the future, because I think it has more potential to gain a little bit more at a stable level than Ethereum has. But yeah, Tether is just pumping up more market cap all the time, and thus there's really a good chance that it will get above there eventually if we stay in the way we're doing it right now. A 2,700% rally incoming, Bitcoin trading below its production cost ahead of halving, and basically the only thing you can fetch from this, in my opinion, is that a lot of things can happen close to the halving, during the halving, and thus, you know, we might be leaving our eyes open, or we should be leaving our eyes open for some crazy rallies. However, there's no guarantee, and there's no, I guess, real ways to show or see that it's going to be rising so far during the halving or near it even. It's just an idea to keep in mind. And also that a lot of people are most likely spending their checks, their stimulus checks on Bitcoin as well, which is definitely quite interesting. Percent of buys/deposits that are exactly the same size as the $1,200 stimulus check, and it all of a sudden went up ridiculously far in you know, a couple days ago. Maybe people got their check, or nobody received their check quite yet. I actually have no idea how that works. I haven't checked it out too far. I know people are getting the $1,200, and some thoughts are going out for another $2,000 a month. But yeah, I haven't checked it out. I don't know. Bitcoin price predicted to go to $50,000 by trading guru Peter Brandt, but don't get too excited. Well, these are always the future predictions, right? And he says, I'll say it here and I'll keep saying it. There's a 50% chance Bitcoin goes to 50,000 and a 50% chance it becomes another pet rock or beanie baby, which is not really exciting at all because that's basically leaving all your options open. Yo, I mean, yeah, you can become a millionaire or you can't. That's basically what he's saying. Yeah, sure, buddy. So there's no important lesson to be learned there. Crypto today. Bitcoin bulls must capitalize on the $7,000 or face a steep fall. This is again another article which you can take or leave. We might be in a little bit of a strange zone right now. You might be having to grab your gains and get out of there because it's too scary. Some others are really denying that, and it's just another big fight. But I've just said it here for in case if. And last but not least, a really important part: dozens of Chrome extensions discovered emptying crypto wallets. And I just had a tweet open. I don't know if I still have it somewhere. I believe it was on my homepage. Too bad I can't see exactly where it was anymore. Might have been on my homepage somewhere. How do I go there? Here, exactly. XRP Euphoria said, I'm hoping that a ledger will address this. We need to know what we're dealing with. Practically all my XRP is on my Nano. This makes me nervous. And it's a reply to Where's Bob, who's saying, anyone have this pop up during the latest live update? Look at the bottom under affected items, and you'll see a Trojan infection from the Ledger Live. And again, there's a couple of discussions going on about whether or not this is from Ledger, if there's something going on in the Ledger website, or if it's just really safe, but it just looks like a Trojan, which is another option for it all, or if there's some malware that everybody's using that is making this happen, or something else. I don't really know exactly what's going on here because I also think that a lot of people just updated or downloaded it and had nothing to go, but some people really got themselves some issue. But in this case here, somebody's saying never uninstall because it looks like from this thing that the affected program or the virus is located, or at least has something to do with the uninstall Ledger Live. And I don't know what to fetch exactly from this. I just know it's quite scary because, to see that your money's in danger is always scary. Thing is though, if it's on a ledger, which he's talking about, you're actually quite good, right? Reason for that being is they need either your 24 keywords, which you have to put in yourself, or they lead your ledger device. And I guess just for right now, try to transact as least as possible and really keep it to a minimum, just for the sake if, this whole CV pandemic that we're noticing right now, it's really got the scammers at another level. And there's articles written about it, like here on Vorbs, it's an editor's pick. Dozens of Chrome extensions discovered emptying crypto wallets. Google Chrome has earned high marks for security ever since it arrived on the scene more than a decade ago. Like any app, however, Chrome is only as secure as the person using it allows it to be. Several crypto enthusiasts have learned that the hard way after their crypto wallets were drained dry. The keys to their coins were pilfered by malicious Chrome extensions, and the criminal hackers behind the browser add-ons managed to sneak them past the Chrome Web Store automated defenses, not just one or two, mind you. In this total campaign involved 49 different extensions, and thus, since they found 49, there's most likely 490, at least, What they find is like 1%, or maybe 10, I estimated 10, but it's like more likely 1% or even half a percent of the total what's out there. Maybe not even 1% of them out there. And how it happens is these extensions were hiding in plain sight, and often they actually steal your money within 42 or 24 hours that you've installed them. These extensions were hiding in plain sight, impersonating trusted crypto players like Ledger, Trezor, and MyEtherWallet. And that is where it becomes kind of scary because, as I've just told you, people cannot steal your money if you bought the Ledger hardware wallet, which a link is in the description below. Use the link in the description below. Don't use different links. You can believe me, guys. That link is safe. If you find one on the internet, there's a chance it's fake for some reason. I don't know. I just want you guys to be sure. Or just type in ledger.com or something like that, which is safe. Don't go clicking some advertisement on the internet. Please, guys, be safe with it. You don't have to use my link, of course, but then type in ledger.com or something that is safe, or just copy the link in the description and take away the referral numbers behind it or something like that. But be safe with it. Reason why this actually becomes kind of scary is because what these hacks, these scams are doing is they're trying to mimic what you find trustworthy. So with Ledger, how it works is you download a Ledger Live, which allows you to see all the money you have and do everything The device is mostly for kind of accepting everything and then really validating everything. And people can't steal your money if they don't have the device or your 24 keywords, right? That's how it basically works. And on the Ledger Live, that app on your computer or phone, you can see your money, you can transact, which you still, of course, have to verify on your device, but you can do most of the things. But when you download the Chrome extension, which is not from Ledger Official, it's actually just made by some scammers, the first thing they ask you to do is kind of log in, right? But since it's a Chrome extension, they ask you to log in with your 24 keys, right? Different 24 keywords. And what happens then is exactly when you put in those 24 keywords, you're done for because your money is now gone. And I saw some moments or some times where it happened within 8 minutes, or like somebody puts in their codes and it's gone within like a couple minutes. So there's no real time to adjust or do anything either. It's just gone instantly. And that's where again I'm warning you guys just to be really safe with it all. Make sure you are careful, guys, because there's a lot of people trying to eyeball your money, and it's way simpler to lose it than to earn it, guys. So be careful and stay safe out there. Also, stay safe from all the other things haunting you. See you guys again in another crypto video. Take care, everybody. Have a very nice day.